Pricey, bro.
Hey, Tanisha. Be humble. Shanika Brunson, good morning. Hey, y'all. Sorry I was absent yesterday. Cassandra, don't start that Kevin McCarthy shit today. Hey, Rain. How are you? I'm good. I'm good this morning. Them kids try to stress me out, but Daddy handled that. Hey, Tina Barno. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Come on in here. Bring your black ass on in here in the morning time. Joe Clair in the morning time. Let's play the Get Your Black Ass Up record. Everybody know this record? This is called Get Your Black Ass Up by Joe Clair. Good morning. Come on in here. This morning we need to talk about these kids. Kids try to take me out this morning. You hear me? Them kids try to take me out this morning. Get your black ass up. Tell them, Tina. Get your black ass up. Them kids try to take me out this morning. I almost had to strangle the little boy. Love him to death, but boy, I almost had to strangle him. You hear me? Almost had to strangle the little boy today. You hear me? Almost had to get him out of here. He didn't want to listen. Yeah, I ain't strangle him or nothing, but he was about to cry this morning. It's one of them jumps. And here's the thing. Into every life a little rain must fall. I had to tighten him up this morning because he was in here on that bullshit. And you know, I had to hit him with the, I'm disappointed. He don't like that one. And I didn't yell it. I didn't scream it. I just let him know that I was not happy. And I was disappointed in him disobeying something I had told him to do. Oh, this was one of them mornings. Yeah, it was one of them mornings. And I wasn't about to choke him or nothing, but you know, he just turned 11, and now he's gonna remember shit. You know, he's gonna remember. You know, he won't remember that 3rd birthday or that 5th birthday, but he gonna start remember 11, 12, 13, 14. And now is, if I don't correct some shit now, he'll carry that into his 20s, and he'll be spending his 20s trying to fix shit instead of being better and pursuing shit. And so, what up, Jay? So at this point in time in my life, I have a 13-year-old and an 11-year-old. Now, there's a point in time where, you know, I instill some very real values and standards mostly, that they will live by, that they will carry with them for the rest of their life. Now, we all know that kids can come from great households and turn out however the fuck they gonna turn out. But I still gotta do my job. And then, Moni say, hey, Sylvester. Moni say, yeah, saying you're disappointed always made me cry until I was like 16, and I was like, so? Right. Hey, thanks, Wallace. Thank you, Wallace. But yeah, I had to, right now, I'm disappointed still works. And I'm going to use that until it doesn't. And it's look, Sherry say that's the age they supposed to get it. Nah. I learned a very valuable lesson from my mother when I was a kid. She stopped giving out ass whoopings by the time you in the 4th, 5th grade. And this is what my mother said to us. And all of my siblings turned out incredible. This is what she said to us. You were too big for me to hit. You were too big for me to discipline you in that manner. Plus, this is your life that you are making. The life that you are making is going to turn out badly for you if you continue down the path that you're on. I'm not going to beat you. I'm not going to chase you. This is going to be what happens with you. And at first I thought it was, oh, I got it. Yeah. But then when, like teachers would call home, my mother said, well, talk to him about it. That really put me on notice. Then Sherry, when I got caught, I was in the 11th grade. I got caught trying to sell drugs. There was no yelling. There was no hitting, no screaming, no nothing. My mother said, okay, you're in trouble. And it ain't with me. And it ain't with your father. You are a troubled person. You are in trouble. And this one might be too big for you to get yourself out of, because we do not come get people from jail. Well, Sherry, right now, oh yeah, get the lesson. You right. This is time for them to get the lesson. They need to get these lessons. You right. You absolutely right. My bad. I misinterpreted. So this morning I had to. And I swear to God, when she told me that in 11th grade, that I was troubled. Hearing it from my mother, and my father was sitting right there. And when she said it, it shut him down too, because maybe they had something going on, but he didn't yell, he didn't scream, he didn't do nothing. He just got up and walked out after that. And this was the first time I ever had to get disciplined by my dad. Like in that sense. To this day, I do not have a criminal record. I don't have no kids out of wedlock. You see me here with you guys. I've done some great things with my life. I turned out okay. You know what I mean? So my mother broke free of the traditional ways that black folks discipline their kids and used that on us, as well as mindfulness and other things. So when things are going good, she made sure we understood where that good came from and what was at the foundation and the center of it. So I didn't get all caught up in the lights and the cameras. I got caught up in what was happening here and here. Same when things are going bad. I can steer my ship back right, because I know, listen, you trouble right now. Can you work this out? Yeah, words work like a motherfucker. They work for me. I never had, after the 11th grade, I had never been in trouble ever again. I was like, fuck that. I don't have time. I don't like being in trouble. I don't like people yelling at me, telling me what to do. I do not like authority figures. I don't like nobody having any governance over my life. You know what I'm saying? I don't like people having any governance over my life. And that was the biggest thing. That was my biggest takeaway. You can have governance over your own life, and it'll be good if you be good. It'll be fucked up if you fuck it up. It's yours though. Here you go. You wanna be bold? Here you go, it's yours. And Be Humble said he got in trouble in senior in high school with alcohol. Mom told me she was disappointed. I have not had another drink since. Well, I didn't take that. What up, Ed? I didn't take that advice. Yeah, I used to love the drinking. I stopped now, but oh boy, I used to love that drinking. Love that logic. My mother two-pieced me at 14. I was smelling myself. Wore my ass out on the landing. No yelling, just hands. I was balled up in the fetal position. My brother pulled her off me. Mind you, I'm 5'10", she 5'2", and I don't fool with her. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. Luckily, I ain't never had to get two-pieced. Me and my dad did have a fight But this was much later. This was a grown man coming to terms with the fact that his son was grown. And my mother had to, your mother explained how alcoholism ran in your family. My mother had to have that talk with me as well. And that's why I stopped drinking. That's why when it started not being good for me, I stopped drinking. You understand? I'm like, all right, this is why I get off this boat. So now, especially, now everywhere I go as an entertainer, there's drinks. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'll take a ginger ale, please. I'm gonna take a ginger ale. You don't want to drink or nothing? Nah. I'm not gonna drink, I'm not gonna smoke, but I am gonna get some pussy when I get home. Anyway, I'm so sorry. I couldn't help it. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Yeah, I stopped drinking, stopped smoking, but I am gonna get some pussy when I get home. Where you been, Jay? Look, y'all, Jay said, I ain't seen you since Rap City. Jay, where you been, Jay? I be everywhere, Jay. Where you be at? I do television here in Washington, D.C. I did morning radio here in Washington, D.C. for the past 6-7 years. I still tour as a comedian all the time, Jay. I own a couple of businesses. I do real estate here. I'm raising a wife and children. Where you been, Jay? Jay said, I ain't seen you since Rap City. God damn, Jay, that was 99. That's 25. That's damn it 25 years ago, Jay. Oh, so, Jay, you don't remember I did a bunch of commercials and shit, Jay? Well, Jay, let me let you know what's going on now. Good to see you. I still hold it down for the music you hear over here is my music. As a matter of fact, Jay, I have a movement. It's called New Music for Old Niggas. Hey, Jay, let me show you something right quick, Jay. Jay said he ain't seen me since Rap City. Can I show Jay something real quick? Hey, Jay, check this out, Jay. Hey, Jay, this me on the track. I did the track, Jay, and I did the rhyme, and I wrote the hook. This what I do these days. In addition to raising kids.
I said he don't like me, she don't like me. Everybody seems to want me. Gone, gone, gone. But fuck it, they wrong, wrong, wrong. I said he don't like me and she don't like me. Everybody
out, Jay.
seems to want me. Gone, gone, gone. But fuck it, man, all y'all wrong. Caught up in the characters of America's fucked up narrative. They say the straight black man in the black community is a terrorist. Straight black man can't never win. Straight black man is gon' need a therapist. Cause the straight black man is the worst that it's ever been. Blaming me for shit I ain't never did. Man, can't a nigga ever live? Can't a nigga ever live? I been out here killing it. Still trying to sell me that I'm ignorant. Demons can't tell I'm different and diligent. And demon can't tell what a nigga been born suspect, but a nigga been innocent. Man up on them and they mark you as militant. They mark you as mad and belligerent. Man, fuck their images, fuck their images. He don't like me, she don't like me. Everybody seems to want me. Gone, gone, gone. But fuck it, they wrong, wrong, wrong. Say he don't like me and she don't like me. Everybody seems to want me. Gone, gone, gone.
Yeah, thank you, Shakira. Thank you, Shakira. Who are you calling a bitch, though? What is you calling her a bitch for? Watch that bitch glow, watch that bitch blow. See, that's the part there that you didn't know. Getting mo. Why you hating on her black girl magic? Her black girl drive, all her black girl savage. So divine that she had to hashtag it. Her life matters and she had to have had it. She been out here killing it. Hidden figure, but you acting like she ignorant. Paying her less, still magnificent. Watch her shatter that glass into little bits. Master degrees while you mastering mad. Master a master, holding you back. And master a madness, an average. Basic and tragic, trash in her passion. Say he don't like me, she don't like me. Thank you, Kenneth. Hey, Jay, you see me, Jay?
Gone, gone, gone.
You left, Jay, you gone?
Wrong, wrong, wrong. Say he don't like me and she don't like me. Everybody seems to want me. Gone, gone, gone.
Hey, Jay, check this out. You done black
blackball me, redline me, whitewash me, still can't define me. Try to dick me down and then still deny me. Ain't try and fuck me, sneak up behind me, but boom, I ain't bought up blindly. So boom, you ain't gotta remind me, cause bitch, my mind be like a flower in bloom. Scour the room, that's the life assignment. And whom, what's in, never should try me. Then boom, big boom from what's behind me. Full pack of black excellent facts, black excellent acts, black excellence. Come on, woo! To your bum ass ass, and when your bum ass come ass, I done no jack. And when your young ass come ass, I run that back. Cause all my scholars have scars all upon they back. I said he don't like me, she don't like me. Everybody seems to want me. Gone, 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 but fuck it, they wrong, wrong, wrong.
See this shit right here.
He don't like me and she don't like me.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to want me.
Come on.
Gone, 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 but fuck it, man, all y'all wrong. I said he don't like me, she don't like me.
You don't fuck with it, Jay?
Seems to want me. Gone, 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 but fuck it,
I fucked
wrong,
it well.
wrong, wrong. I said he don't like me and she don't like me. Everybody seems to want me. Gone, 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 but fuck it, man, all y'all wrong.
Woo! 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 Jay say, nah, that ain't it. Well, Jay, I'm over here making new music for old niggas, my bruh. This is what I do in addition to have a whole ass life. Just got off tour with Samoa and Bruce and Lavelle Crawford and all of them. But yeah, Jay, I still, Jay said he ain't seen me since Rap City. I'm still here, Jay. Being a happy ass black man in America. That's all that is, Jay. That's all that I'm out here doing. However, I'm still gonna rhyme. Now, was that nah because you ain't like the record, or that nah because you was gone already? Oh, and then Jay, check this out, Jay. Speaking of Rap City, boom, got a show on Saturday. Me and my partner Chris Thomas. The shit don't stop. The shit do not stop. The shit just do not stop. Fuck that. Oh, he said, okay, the song good. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jay. I live for your acceptance, sir. Thank you, my good brother. So Jay, every morning we get our black ass up and we call ourselves the Black Ass Bunch. Hey, Sakira. This is the Black Ass Bunch. So welcome to the Black Ass Bunch, Jay. Everybody, y'all welcome Jay on in to the Black Ass Bunch. That's Beth right there. Hey, Beth. We ain't seen you in a minute, Beth. Everybody, please give Beth some love, too. Beth, where you at? Beth is one of the few white folks who comes and spends some time with us in the morning. Thank you, Beth. We appreciate you. Carla, if you watching. Carla be watching, too. Hey, Carla, if you here, hey. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, welcome Jay on in. Welcome Carl on in. Beth already is an ambassador for all of it. Hey, Lisa. How you doing this morning? So, it's 9:19, and at 9:10 we usually do. Oh, Sakira. Oh, everybody give some Kira some love. I'm sorry, Sakira. Good morning, Sakira. Welcome to the Black Ass Bunch. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. Welcome to the Black Ass Bunch. Sakira, Jay, Carla, Beth. Well, Beth already been here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We try to speak nothing but positivity in the morning over here. I try to be one little bright spot on the internet for anybody who come and fuck with this show. We have so much negativity in the world that I try to, at every turn that negativity on its head. And I guess the underlying reason that I do this show is something matter of fact, let's get into this moment of clarity. Hey, Jay, at 9:10 every morning, we do something called a moment of clarity. I used to do a moment of clarity on my morning show every morning. Get it? Joe, Clair, clarity. Well, for anybody who's new here, my mom was a spiritual leader. She was a writer and professor. And she taught us, me and my siblings, she taught us to come to grips with our world and then exert our power over the world for us, for our benefit. And by that, she meant you can turn bad times into good. You can turn negatives into positives. You can work on yourself to get yourself right. And if you get yourself right, you maybe, you can have a real impact on the people around you, your community, and the world. So, this morning. Let's get into this moment of clarity. And this is the song this is the track that goes along with the moment of clarity, Jay. Listen to these strings, Jay. Check me out for a second. Woo! All right. Yes, indeed. And Jay, you can check me out every day at 3 o'clock on Fox5DC.com. I do a show called The DMV Zone on Fox 5. But this morning, let's get into this moment of clarity. And y'all know what this morning's moment of clarity is all about. Sakira Sagittarius, call me tonight, Pooh. Okay, who's calling people? Oh, they making love connections over there in the comment section. Let's get into this moment of clarity. Cut it out, be humble. Today's moment of clarity is inspired by the great Anime Bullock, aka Tina Turner. Of course, we lost a great. Tina Turner passed away at the age of 83 yesterday. And something that I heard this morning from Tina Turner is what I want to give to each one of you all. After she had gone through all of the things with not just Ike and the abuse, she also had to go through the abuse that the entertainment industry puts on women. She had all of the things that she was dealing with from her mother who had left her, and then when she did regain, come back with her mother, it was not the best relationship. You saw the movie. She had childhood trauma. She had a lot of trauma. She was a black woman from the South. She had tons and tons of trauma in her life. But she realized that she could rise above that trauma. Now, she used Buddhism to find it, to magnify what she knew inside, what she found inside of her. And I think that's what religion can do. Religion magnifies that incredible power that we have inside. The religion is not the thing. It's what you have inside that is the thing. Your God-given thing in here. Religion magnifies it. So she used Buddhism. And what she said was she knew at one point in time that she wanted a better life. She knew that there would be obstacles. She knew that there would be tough times. But she was not going to stay in the tough time praying that she had a better life. No, she was going to go make a better life and then pray herself through the tough times. You get what I'm saying? She wasn't going to stay there with Ike. She wasn't going to let the old record contract and things that she had built up hold her hostage. The cars, the jewelry, the health care. How many of y'all being held hostage by health care? Paycheck. She wasn't going to let any of that hold her hostage because she knew something in here. She took the long road. She took the hard road. The one a lot of us are afraid of. Prayed herself through it. Today we sitting here talking about her at 83. Whole bunch of other 83-year-old people passed away yesterday. We didn't say anything about them. This woman took it upon herself to go and make sure that she was an example for all of us. Think about it. Think about it in your own life. This is a real moment of clarity right here. I know I'm a comedian. And I know a lot of people see me in that light or see me as a TV personality. But for each one of us, there is some real shit in here that we can all tap into when we take away a bunch of the bullshit we've been taught and get to the real. Tina did that. Anime did just that, and lived her life out in a grand fashion. Left here, moved to France. Then she moved to France or Belgium. Where? She was living in Belgium. Somewhere, France, somewhere. She was living somewhere exotic. Sweden. I think she was living in Sweden. Doing what she wanted. In Switzerland. She was living in Switzerland. Here's a woman from rural Tennessee. Nutbush, Tennessee. Shook up the world. Lived in a palace, a mansion in Switzerland when she passed away. Ha ha! That's called game. And she got to all of it by tying into that thing that we talk about all the time here on this show. Think about it for your own life. Think about that Nam Yoho Renge Kyo. Think about your prayer. Think about that, yea, though I walk through the valley of darkness. You know what I'm saying? Yea, you know what I'm saying? All those, whatever prayer it is, that's going to magnify what you have inside to take you to the next level of your own life. That's your moment of clarity. Right here on Joe Clair Live, man. Right here on Joe Clair Live. And I bow down to the divine in each and every one of you all. Amen. I bow down to you. Because I know that divine is in there. Woo! Listen, man. Rest in peace, anime. You did that. Oh, you did that anime. Oh, you did that anime. Woo! You did that. Right. Look at what Beth say. I remember sitting on the floor with a record playing What's Love Got to Do With It on a 45. And you know, she made that record. How old was she made What's Love Got to Do With It? She was in her 40s when What's Love Got to Do With It came out. You understand what I'm saying? She was in her 40s. She was in her 50s when she was in Thunderdome. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. You sitting there in your 30s, you in your 40s, you in your 50s. I can't do nothing. It's all I'm settled in my ways. No, you ain't. No, the fuck you ain't. You in your comfort zone. Get the fuck out that comfort zone and go shake up the world. All these problems we got in our communities. You can do something about it. Shit. Start by doing something in here, and that'll change your household. We need one household at a time to change. Shit. Don't get me on this. Y'all know don't get me to start preaching this morning. I'm trying to go into comedy, but I'm feeling something this morning. You got that? Let me stop. Use y'all's voices. Thank you, Sakira. Use your voice. Use your voice. And Sakira, am I saying that correctly? You see what I'm saying? I've used a brother just came on here. A brother named Jay came on here. Said, I ain't seen you since Rap City. That was 25 years ago, y'all. Oh, tell me how to pronounce it, Sakira. Tell me how to pronounce it, please. I'm sorry. She was 53 years old when the movie What's Love Got to Do With It came out. The movie. Man, don't give me the preaching this morning. Let's go into some fun shit. So queer. I need to phonetically. How do I phonetically pronounce that? Break it down for my dumb ass security. Spell it like the dictionary do. You can tell my tongue too big. I don't know how to. My teeth too little. My tongue too big. I don't know how to pronounce a lot of shit. I'm fucked up, Sakura. Please show me how to pronounce your name. People need to take a page from her book. It's better to leave shit, start over so you can smell the roses on the other side. Real talk. I watched my mother at 40 go back to college. She was a single mother of 4 with an ex-husband who was across town on some bullshit. Single mother of 4. You hear me? By the time I was 10 when she started undergrad over. I was 10 years old when my mother had to start undergrad all over again. She had 4 kids and a full-time job and a car that was breaking down. My aunt had to live with us because she ain't have enough, so my aunt would contribute when she could, but she only had that much money. And it was, I got you, Elise, give me 1 second. Because we gotta send you your love. She was 40 when she started over. My mother was. By the time she was in her 50s, she had not only gotten a degree, not only had she gotten herself a degree, she made straight A's the whole time and got all 4 of us off to college. You hear me? Then got herself a master's degree and became a writer and took herself around the world. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all better get busy. Here's another fighter we got to talk about over here. Our sister Elise, she's getting another bone marrow biopsy in a few moments. She is in Texas. Namaste to you. Elise, I see the pictures with you and the new soon to be and the fiance. I'm calling the fiance. Or I'm gonna just call him your shack because y'all shacking. I see the pictures. Y'all look happy. Y'all look wonderful. Y'all look great. And so we sending all the love and energy we can your way. 9:33 in the morning time, everybody. You got this, Elise. You got this, Elise. Yeah, I saw them protesting the Pride. Yeah, they in Target protesting the Pride items. That's something that people will be protesting until they don't. Go ahead with that shit, D. You already know how I feel, Nevada. My oldest brother, who is 7 years older than me, who raised me, has been as gay as the day is long. And I ain't never had no gay shit going on in my life, and I ain't never done no gay shit. I love him to death. I spend a ton of time with him. I have a beautiful life with my brother. Gayness does not rub off, is what I'm trying to get. Is what I'm trying to get everybody to understand. But that's a hard argument to serve people. People are like, yes, it do. No, it don't. I'm a living example. No, it don't. No, it don't. Gay do not rub off. You feel what I'm saying? Trans don't rub off. Don't none of that shit rub off. Either it's in you or not. That's. Beth out here saving puppies. She was running in the street. Way to go, Beth. Thank you, Beth, for saving all the babies. Thank you, Beth, for saving all the babies. Yeah, a lot of people don't understand that. Or don't know that about me. Yeah, I was raised by a gay man. And him and all his gay friends was at our house all the time. It ain't never... It ain't never rub off on me. They used to be like, damn, you really do love... Yes, I do love pussy. I'm all about... Real talk. I like that. Yes, Brett. We're going to take a picture. We're going to take a picture for Elise this Saturday at my comedy show. If you're attending the comedy show, we're going to take a black ass bunch picture this Saturday, and we're gonna make sure we send it to Elise. And for everybody who can't come or who's out of town, we're gonna get a picture together this Saturday, 7 o'clock. It's only one show, 7 o'clock. So I'll see y'all there this Saturday. What happened? Oh, you keep the leashes in the car. So, like, thank you, Rain. So, Moni. DeSantis out here with his foolishness going against the woke mob. I mean, y'all might be mad at me for saying this, but what I learned from, like, Tina Turner or from my mother or my pops, you can recognize that DeSantis is doing what he wants to do as the governor of Florida. And we could recognize that they can try to put all the laws that they need to in place to somehow control the narrative. But as Tina Turner just showed, the narrative always gets knocked down. It gets, when it's not true, when it's not real, I don't give a fuck how, you know what I mean? It only the real gets to evolve and go to the next and get celebrated and pushed on. Nobody's sitting here saying, yay, DeSantis. There's no, you know what I mean? There'll be no ticker tape parade on the day that DeSantis, you know, in the future when he's 83, you know, all you'll hear about is his controversial things he did for Florida and the raggedy taste that he left in people's mouth. Meanwhile, Tina Turner, who that truth came through. So with things like what's happening at Target and things like what DeSantis is doing, I'll try my best not to have too much emotion vested in that shit, because I need all my emotion and my brain power and everything else for the shit that's going on in his house with this wife and these kids, and then what's happening in this community. Most people do not agree with Ron DeSantis. And then the truth will always show up. Like I said, they could call us woke all they want. You notice we ain't go nowhere. This is not a choice. We're not choosing to be woke. This is who we are. Black people been using oh, it is Relationship Thursday. Damn, Jay. He always come in here with that shit. We talk about the relationship that we have with ourselves today, Jay. God damn. Real talk. We talk. It is politics. I mean, it is Relationship Thursday, Jay. But we Tina Turner rolled over into. All right, so here we go. Here we go. All right, time for Relationship Thursday. Hey, New Jay, this is my man Old Jay. Y'all need to know each other. It's a guy here named Jay who hadn't seen me since Rap City, Jay. And New Jay, you need to meet Old Jay. My man Rich is gonna come on next week. We're gonna have my man Rich Todd Edwards. We're gonna talk about real estate and cannabis. real estate and cannabis and the cannabis industry. We're going to talk about it. He's going to be our special guest next Monday or Tuesday. And that's how we're going to get into it. 2 questions. All right. Elise says, I got to go, but my relationship Thursday tidbit is moving day is Sunday. She moving in with that man. Her and that man moving in. She's moving from Midland, Texas to Dallas, Texas. They're combining their families. And congratulations, Elise. I hope y'all are happy. Even when y'all mad at each other, I hope y'all happy. You understand what I'm saying? That's one of them things. Hey, Jay, you see what Sherry say? She say the hose is present. She say the hose is present, Jay. Somebody said, how did you meet your wife? Do y'all want me to tell that story again, or Beth, or do we need to go into Beth's question about, I need to call it, will I ever have a relationship Thursday? Do y'all want me to talk about meeting my wife? Maybe y'all get something out of that. Jay say, now we talking. And Kevin says, should people live together before they marry? So both questions go hand in hand. I met my wife when I was doing a once a month gospel comedy event here in Washington, D.C. while I was living in Los Angeles. So once a month, I flew home, did a show on a Sunday, and I would fly back to D.C. I would come home, see my folks, blah, 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 blah. And then I would go host this event. And long story short, she had been watching me. We had a mutual friend. We both knew the guy who put it together. She was digging me, but I didn't dig her at all. She never spoke to me. She never said a goddamn. She ain't speak to me at all, right? And I thought she was really mean. I thought she was really, 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 really mean. And so I was like, yeah, I thought that was my man's girl. Well, then somebody told me that she was liking me. We went to breakfast the next morning. We went to Do Radio to promote the show because it's a Sunday show. We went and did gospel show promotion that morning in Atlanta. We went to breakfast at Gladys Knight Chicken and Waffles, and that was pretty much it after that. Pretty much I've been married ever since. That was the last day I did not talk to that woman. There was one other day that I didn't talk to her, and she called. It was that week, and she was like, "Oh, so you just be forgetting, huh?" And I was like, "Nah, I ain't forgetting. I got you. And we've been together ever since. So that's how I met my wife. Somebody asked, should people live together? She came to live with me in Los Angeles because we were going back and forth. We was like, this long distance shit is not the move. She moved from DC to Los Angeles to live with me. Now, you know, I can barely get my mother to come around the corner for me. Shit, my siblings are barely come around the corner for my black ass. My wife moved all the way to Los Angeles, and so I took it upon myself when she moved to LA. I was like, make sure you get this right. You can't have this woman move all the way out here and then you be some bullshit, right? Now, I was open to the idea that maybe she'll be on some bullshit, but that will show too. The truth will come out. And she wasn't. She was on some real shit. And so that's why we are still married 15 years later. You hear what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? 15 years later. We still married. And in case I didn't say it yesterday, I had something to do yesterday. She is in Paris this morning. She's waking up in Paris. She went to see Beyonce in Paris. Daddy sent her. Nah, I ain't sent her. But you know. So that's how that goes. Oh, great piece of advice. If you are thinking about moving in, get a new spot. Extra pressure when you moving into his or her stuff. Start fresh. When my wife was moving with me to Los Angeles, I went and found a new crib. And if y'all want me to keep it if we can keep it a buck. Now I live in LA now. If we gonna keep it a buck, I went and got a new bed, got new everything, cause I didn't want the spirit of all them hoes. I did not want the spirit of the hoes in my relationship. Real shit. I did not want the spirit of the hoes in our shit. I'm telling y'all something real. I did not want no residuals. I went and got a new bed. No, actually, I didn't get a new bed, but I did get a new mattress. Got rid of the... I had one of them real nice platform beds. I threw away the old mattress. Got a new mattress, new sheets, new all that shit. And we moved into a new crib. I might have got like new silverware, new dishes. Listen. Let's keep it a buck. I went into marriage knowing that marriages do not, more than 50% of marriages do not work. So I better go into it knowing that, you got to do some work to make this motherfucker work. Who's that said, with your old thoughtful ass? Ain't that what I'm supposed to be? I thought I was supposed to be thoughtful. If I wanted this shit to work, I was like, you better pull out all the stops. Because with the rate of failure in marriage, if I'm going into it, then I better be pulling my best, the best me better be showing up. That was my logic. I wasn't going to get to 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, 30 years doing the old shit. I saw how my dad's marriage didn't work. I saw how a friend of mine, he had been married for 20 years. Their marriage fell apart. I watched aunts, cousins, friends, college friends, couples whose weddings I went to. I watched those unions fall apart. So, for me, I was like, if you going into a losing proposition, you better go into this motherfucker with a winning attitude. So my winning attitude was, one, if she moved all the way across the country to accommodate you in this relationship, then while you over here, make sure you do everything to accommodate her in this relationship. Get rid of the old mattress and them old sheets and them old pillows. All that shit got to go. Any of the towels that the hoes had used when they, and I'm sorry, I don't want to call women hoes. Let me stop that. Any past relationships that I had been in, or either my dating life, I got rid of it. I just got rid of it. I was like, let's not take this energy. I'm a big believer in energy and vibrations and all of those kinds of things. So it didn't hurt me by doing that. Matter of fact, I gained the world. I gained a whole life. A whole ass life. When I met this lady, I was living in Los Angeles in the valley, trying to be like all the rest of the comedians. Now I'm over here being me, and I love being me. Like, I gained the world fucking around with this lady. So, He said, so you knew when she was willing to move. Really, that was it. No other divine intervention. You all principled and righteous and shit. Don't nobody want to hear all that shit. Where's the mess that happens? All my mess happened before I fucked with her, Jay. Now, I had mess. But, how do I put this, Jay? I had mess, Jay. But, just like I got schooled by some real forward-thinking guys from my neighborhood and in my generation. These was niggas who was in the streets that you did not know that they was in the streets, because it ain't everybody's business. Discretion is the key. A mature outlook is the key. So I had mess, but we gonna contain that mess. How else do I put it? Jay, I gotta I know it don't seem like it, but I got a real pimp hand, Jay. So the mess, the Joe Clair mess, ain't gonna be no motherfucking Joe Clair mess. No. No. And I'm gonna suggest that for all men. You don't need no mess neither, Jay. Discretion is the key. Pimp hand. It's now I ain't never had to put my hands on nobody. But because both my parents, my dad taught English and my mother taught English. She taught on the collegiate level. He taught on a high school level. Plus he was the weed man and some other shit. I'm good with this right here. I'm good with the when I needed to talk it through, I talked it through. Mary Young said they've been married for 25 years. They was together for 10 before, been married for 25, 35 years together. There you go. Some other shit. You and we need, speaking of which, Jay, we do need to have these men conversations a lot more behind closed doors as men. Where we are today, you know, the advice that my dad and his friends would give me in the 90s, you know, needs to be brought up to 2023 standards and tweaked a little bit. And that's how that goes. D, I hate to do this to you today, D, but check this out, D. That woman that's upstairs with me, she wouldn't be up here. She would not be with me if I was a weak ass nigga. Women, the narrative where, I know she run that house. You know she run that house. No successful marriage is going to survive today if you got a weak ass husband. If you think you're going to run this motherfucker around, you're going to have the worst marriage ever. So nah, she don't run me around. She don't got no pimp hand over here. And she realized, you know, she got caught up. At first, she knew the comedy guy and the guy but once we got into a relationship, and she realized that the shit was real. When the shit got real, when all the fluff was gone from her and all the fluff was gone from me, and it's no longer just dating, it's some real shit. I like for her to come and have a conversation with you, matter of fact. I don't need to tell it. I'd rather her tell it. Cause you can't be no punk ass nigga in your house. Your house is gonna fall apart. It's going to fall apart. You cannot, the kids do not need two mothers. Kid don't, and that's the thing, D. I know it's a joke, but there's always a little truth in jokes. And ever since because marriage is so, it's a hot topic. that when it comes up, the narrative is usually, I know you better not be no punk ass husband, and don't be out here looking. You better be looking for a nigga with a strong pimpang. Cause if not, your kids gonna be some shit. The generations behind them gonna be some shit. You need a strong husband. I know it's just jokes, D, but I saw an opportunity to say some real shit because I get around my wife and her friends, and they like to talk that, and then my wife would say, "Hold on a second, nah, I don't got no punk ass husband." Cause she don't play them games. I don't play them games. There was a woman one day who played around, said some wild shit to me. She had a can of it was a cannabis soda, and it was called something, and it had the word pussy in it. And she said, "Tell your wife that I gave you blah 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 pussy." And I was like, "Don't even play them games. Don't even play them games with me. Stop right there. Boom, 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 boom." By the time I got home, she had called my wife, apologized for 500 times because she knew my wife don't play them games neither. But the thing that she said was she was so surprised that I stopped her in her tracks. Usually a man, when you say something about pussy, man go, "Oh, bitch, I'm gonna come get you." Nah, hold on. Bitch, nah, we don't. I gotta. Jay said, "What'd you say earlier, Jay? I'm all righteous and some other shit." But Jay, I gotta stand on something. And if we don't stand on something, our families, our communities, the things that we pray for every day. Damn, I wish the black community was stronger. Damn, I wish black men and black women had better relationships. Damn, I wish these black children would be better. If I don't internalize that and take it in like for real, then I'm setting myself up to get funky ass results out the other end. And we can't have that. That's right. I completely understand. I don't want any man I can run over. If I can run over him, then he won't be able to protect me. But more importantly, yes, he will not be able to protect you. But on a deeper level, D, if y'all around the house and you lost respect for this guy, it shows up in different ways as time goes on. And, fuck around. This nigga weak, and you know that you can do anything, say anything. Next thing you know, your son looking at you like, "Why you do that to my father? Why did you treat him why did you do that to him?" He get 25 years old and come and tell you to your face, "What kind of shit why did you do that to him?" You feel what I mean? You don't want, that's not how that, you feel what I'm saying? I'm not supposed to hand that off to my kids. I'm supposed to stand in my role. Now, are we partners? Hell yeah, we partners. Hell yeah, we are partners. And I try to be 50-50 as much as possible. But knowing that I have a modern day black woman, it ain't never gonna be 50-50. I have a joke in my set, D, where I say, y'all more, we equal, but the woman a little more equal than us in the household. And I'm saying it jokingly because there is a bit of double standard that we don't have enough time to go into today. We'll hold on to that. Because there's a bit of a double standard in America in 2023 between men and women. And it's manifested itself in a very unique way in the African American community. And we could talk about that another time. Robin says she had to have that uncomfortable conversation with her son. I punked the shit out of his father, and we had to have a long talk about that. I was just too damn mean back then. And you guys are no longer together, right, Robin? You ended that relationship. And you know what I mean? She just said it. You saw at the end of The Color Purple, right? Remember Sophia punked Harpo? You know, we like to see it as Harpo came to grips with what was going on. But you see at the end, Harpo even turned against his father to go over there with Sophia and Miss Celia and everybody else, and Mr. was over there by himself. Think about these things, ponder these things, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. Robin says it was horrible to have to sit and talk to her son about why she had to punk his dad like that. And this happens more often than y'all think in our community. You know, we like, when people break up, the first thing we like, oh, what did he do? Did he cheat? And then you get to talking to the wife, she was like, nah, this nigga was just, he was just weak. He was just weak. Got raised by, you know, and whatever the circumstances was that made him weak. And she had to have that talk with her son when he was 21. And I'm sure there was some tears and some or the emotional equivalent of tears. Maybe he went drinking afterwards, or somebody smoked some weed after, or whatever the fuck. But the shit got real. I gotta get out of here. It's 10 o'clock. Listen, y'all gonna have a great and beautiful and wonderful and incredible day. Jay, son, go ahead with that shit, Jay. She said it was heartbreaking. Robin, I want you to come on live. If you're willing. If you're willing. That is a conversation that both men and women need to hear. But they choose these weak ass niggas because the strong men tell the truth and require adjustments. Yeah and no, Jay. We can find out why they choose them on another conversation. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather, you know what I'm saying? I see him choose them all the time. You know what I mean? Most boys are raised by women, single households, and then get called weak when we are older. I was told a time or two that I was too nice. I was told a time or two, you know, Joe, you know, and then I put that pimp hand down and, oh, hold on a second. This is a different kind of nigga. I didn't know that you was like that. And then the other part, my dating life made me ready to be a husband though. So by the time I got with her, Sean say, nah, they choose these weak ass niggas. Well, let me say this. As men, we can sit there and point the finger at the women for choosing these weak ass niggas, but us pointing the finger does not strengthen our community. So the conversation we gotta have is beyond whatever the choice was. Because maybe that was the only choice she had. She wanted a companion, she wanted a household, she wanted a husband, she wanted kids, she wanted to build a future. But the only choice at that time was this weak ass nigga. So why ain't more of us showing up as men? This is how I'm gonna take it. We got a responsibility. We got a responsibility of showing up as men more often, a lot more often, so that it's normalized. But also, when we show up as men, we can't be abusive. We don't need to be judgmental. We don't need to be guided by emotion. We don't need to be, you know, ignorant and unaware and not mindful and foolish. And we have a lot of that running rampant amongst us. One, in part because we didn't have our dads, but two, there's a whole bunch of other shit going on that we gotta recognize inside of us. That we gotta temper and corral, understand, control, so that we can have the families that we're asking for in this modern day. The rules that my grandfather had don't apply to right now. And the rules that I have now ain't gonna apply in 50 years. There'll be differences. There'll be nuance. There are some things that gotta change, and it ain't just black and white. It's a very, here's black, here's white, and it's all this gray area in between that we are trying to navigate, and that shit is difficult because this is black, this is white, and then look at all this extra space in between. And we standing on either it's black and white. Nah, it's gray. It's a whole lot of gray, more gray than we even talk about. And if we don't talk about it, we damn sure ain't equipped to handle it. Boy. Woo! Y'all about to get me preaching again today. But how are we to learn that if we were raised by a single woman because dad was gone and then get penalized when we get older? You just got to learn it. How you learn a new job? How you learn your new job when you go in that motherfucker and you ain't know nothing when you went in there? You learn it, don't you? Because you see the benefits on the other side. You just got to learn. On some man shit, you got to grab your balls and learn how to be emotionally aware, thoughtful, emotionally mature, kind. You know what I'm saying? Smart. You got to learn, my nigga. Let's say if I was your coach, coaching you on this. It's like basketball. You going to hit the layup or not? I don't know how I hit the layup, coach. All right, get on the bench. You feel what I'm saying? You can disagree all you want, Jay. The truth's still the truth. I'm sitting here in the gray area, living in it all day. We can see the gray area all day. It's sitting there, the gray area play out in front of you all day. Whether you look at it or not is up to you. But the gray area play out all day, every day, right in front of you. That's why our marriages and unions aren't working. We refuse to look at the gray area. That shit it's not even there. Yeah, it is. It's huge and in front of your face. Because you've got who you are, she has who she is, and then in between the two of y'all is all kinds of shit. From what you learned in your household to what you learned in the street, societal norms, cultural norms, what's going on with you professionally, emotionally, all of your pride, your ego, and all of those things have to all be taken into consideration every day. And we take those things into consideration only when trouble arises, which leaves a whole bunch of uncertainty. And all that uncertainty and misunderstanding between the black and white is the gray area that we don't like to get into. It's 10:08. This is a great conversation. You know, shit. Look, she said, don't look what Shireen say. Shireen say, don't use the Huxtables on TV as an example. Use your own narrative. Exactly. Use Bill as an example. You can learn a whole bunch of shit. Not from the Huxtables, but definitely from the Cosbys. Number one TV dad. Had album after album after album, comedy album about his wife and children. Think about it. Him and his wife are estranged now. He faced all those charges, went to prison, lost his son. His son got killed. And then his daughter had a slew of addictions and things of that nature. That whole, look, forget the narrative that you know, and then go look at the narrative for yourself. And you're gonna be like, God damn, I forgot his son died and his daughter died. He's estranged from his wife. You know what I mean? Was drugging women, had all these women come forth and say this. Matter of fact, but then, not only that, let's not forget, right before all the trouble popped off, remember when he was going around the country saying, you people who buy your kids these $300 sneakers and they can't read, You are the problem. You know what I mean? Which he basically took himself away from us. Is how I felt when he was doing those talks. I was like, oh, he think he ain't us no more. Okay. So when all the shit hit the fan, all them people he had talked to was like, okay, Dr. Cosby, you got it. You got them big white people problems. Let's see you deal with it. Hannibal Buress came out and talked about it on stage, and that's how the whole shit kicked off again. Because Hannibal Buress was upset over the fact of how he started acting like he was them and we was us. Boy, the lesson for that, I believe, and I'm nobody, but the lesson that we supposed to learn out of that one was, look at the whole picture. Look at the entire picture. Had all the money and fame and influence in the world. Ended up in prison in his 80s. Estranged from his wife, who he had known since his college days in Morehouse and Spelman. Had watched 2 kids get buried. And then the Hollywood folks who knew, I remember John, I'll never forget John Witherspoon publicly coming and speaking out against all the shit that he had known about Bill Cosby. He said, these ain't new allegations. We have been screaming this for years. We have been talking about this for years. I was like, damn, not even the folks in Hollywood got his back. Because they knew more than the picture. They knew the real. So that real, listen, if we could take anything away from today, man, we talked about Tina Turner and all that shit that she had to overcome to go the other way. We talked about her childhood, the abuses that she suffered, her mother abandoning her, then Ike, and then, all the shit the industry did to her and everything else. How she was on pills and remember on the movie, she was on pills, thought she was losing her mind, only to come out the other side victorious. Meanwhile, Dr. Cosby stayed in that bubble of, I got it made, and everything crumbled. These things happen, and now we just using these 2 examples. These same examples are happening on your block, with your colleagues, with the people you work with your friends, the people you go to church with, the people that it's happening every single day. We all have our own universal, cosmic, karmic shit going on, and we have to navigate it every single day. These devices have given us enough distraction so that we can ignore it more and more and more and more and more and give more of that life over to these things, only to wake up one morning saying, how the fuck did I get so far removed from my true inner core? How the fuck did I get so far removed from, I used to be winning. I used to go out here and kill it. And now I'm over here. Wife don't like me. Kids don't like me. Friends don't call no more. I'm miserable at work. I hate my job. This house is funky and dirty and fuck, I got clutter everywhere. My mind is cluttered. The house is cluttered. How the fuck did I get here? By paying attention to the distractions. And it ain't just the phone. The other distractions are, numerous. I gotta go. It's 10:15, man. Let's tomorrow we're gonna circle back on that talk we was having about the double standard I see today between men and women. Yeah, I'm on one today, Jay. I gotta go though. I got a very long day. My wife is, like I said, she's in Paris. Going to see Beyonce. and I'm here with the kids, and we got basketball practice and volleyball practice. Hey, Jay, check this out. I got to leave Bethesda, right, at 4 o'clock to get around here by 5:15, 5:30, sitting in rush hour traffic on the Beltway. Get home about 5:25. My son's practice is at 6 o'clock in Bowie. My daughter's practice is at 6:30 in District Heights. I got to drive to District Heights, get her there about 6:30 for volleyball practice. His practice is over at 7:30. I got to go pick him up. And then her practice is over at 8:30. I got to go pick her up. And somehow I got to get dinner, homework. The dog got to get walked. And he got to shit. Because he's still a puppy. He's still trying to shit in my house. And then dinner got to get served. I still got work to do for my clients. And I got music that has to be made. You understand? Here go the wild shit. Omar says, you need a helicopter. Monica say, you need a Google map. I'm gonna tell you what, y'all know what I'm gonna really use? If Naima was here and it was up to her to get that done, she would get it done. If my mother was here and she had to get it done, she would get it done. If my sister was here and she had to get it done, she would get it done. I hate to say this. I hope the fellas don't take offense, but black women have shown me how to get shit done by hook or crook. You got to get the motherfucker done. Don't you leave cause she know. My wife know. If you leave my kids anywhere, I'm gonna be calling. What the fuck did you do? So I don't want her calling. How the fuck you leave my babies? Oh, I'm gonna get this shit done. And don't forget, I still gotta go do Fox 5 today. I gotta be there at 1 o'clock. Yeah, I'm gonna get this shit done. Oh, now you know what? I ain't gonna tell. I'm gonna say this right here. This another get it done as. Listen, we had that talk the other day. We had to talk the other day, Jay, about this is a get it done as nigga. My man said, yeah, Jay, an earth sign. He gonna get the shit done. We'll talk about that later. It's 10:15. I got to go. Y'all go have a great, incredible, wonderful, beautiful motherfucking day. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Let's make sure we send all of our energy to Elise. Please go to BowieCenter.org and check out and get your tickets. Get your tickets to Joe Clair and Friends. All right? Oh, I'm going to leave y'all with one little thing. This is the last little thing I'm going to leave y'all with. I made this yesterday. Hey, Jay, check this track out, Jay. Check this out, Dre. I just had to make an appreciation. I'll holla at y'all. Y'all go have a great day. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow, man. Thanks, kid.